will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards. Where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush. You cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They need to move it 2 more yards on 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown ball! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line.
Hey, I'm doing that road to playoffs right now. This shit pretty decent.
Up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Back to throw. It's Lindsey.
I was playing with
Makes
Florida.
the grab on the left.
Oh shit! That was a dope pass.
Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Taylor. That's some old school hard.
I ain't gonna lie, Minnesota has a broken running back.
And the Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
It's a 95
To the
speed.
air on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job.
What'd you say?
Physical by this defense.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. Wide open spaces. He'll be stopped.
This dude's pretty good too.
Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
This motherfucker got, he's 11 and 2 already.
After changing into the field.
That shit crazy.
Dropping back, it's Ncaa. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Off play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
And they decide to go for it. Decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
From the gun, the running back has it. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's reeled in. It's Thomas. Turning on the Jets.
Damn.
Tennessee.
This dude's quitting already. I just fucked him over. Yeah, he conceded. Get the fuck on out of here.
Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see, the number 22 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started.
Have you even played anybody online yet? Yeah. That's why I've been doing this road to the playoffs or whatever this shit is. I've been whooping ass. That's why I went ahead and went live and shit.
The Tar Heels will kick it away first. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Couldn't find a way to create that broken. As he stopped at the 25. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And off from the shotgun. Oh, a lot of space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. Quick release by the QB. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And the Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Well, I know a big question coming into this one was how locked in was this offense going to be early? We've seen offenses throughout the season struggle with rhythm and execution early in games. Not a problem for this offense here. In this game, in this environment, all 11 guys locked in. Great job running, throwing, execution was beautiful, and they're able to cap off the opening drive of the game with a nice run to get on the board for a touchdown.
disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Lopez wants to fire. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
Makes the grab. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Can't get him to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive. Converts on 4th down, still going. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Gets the back moving. Lopez to pass. Throws to the tight end. Tosses it incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Slings it downfield. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Ooh, that's one of those where you're breathing a big sigh of relief. That ball could have been intercepted, and worse, could have been intercepted and housed, but offense caught a little bit of a break. Nice play by the defense, but the offense glad to punt in this situation if they want to punt.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. From the shotgun, the inside give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Vols have it with a 1st and goal. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Tennessee, 14. North Carolina, 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Defense might bring the house here. Using his feet to buy time. He'll pull it down. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Facing a third down and short from the 26. Lopez wants to fire. Rushes on him. It's caught. It's Johnson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense.
I'm doing these motherfuckers dirty, bro. They quitting and everything.
Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River. Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback ball. Come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now the pitch.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he... He's did it. It falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
On a big third down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Right, great little run there. Listen, it didn't get the first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Flames are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option to give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carry.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Flames will snap it on 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Touchdown, Flames! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Dances away to buy time. Complete to the left. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yes, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. And some room to work. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
You've been doing that road to college playoffs or whatever?
From the gun, wants to pass.
No, Peyton.
And it's incomplete on 3rd down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Here's the pressure. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. First play of the period, first down here. The option look. Now the pitch. Tough run gets it into the red zone.
I'm getting beat by Liberty right now.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up
doing road
yards like that,
playoffs.
and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out, and no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the first down, but why would you stop
And he catches that with 3 people on.
Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep it.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Liberty. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he makes the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Trying to escape and get it himself. Didn't find much running room there. Picks up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
To the air on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go.
There he goes. Knocked down at the 29-yard line. Picked up 15 yards on the play, and he's got a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
And the Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he heard it.
Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
What's good?
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. They're moving quickly after that big 4th down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball... And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Jones. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Vasco. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Gonna let it fly. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's 3rd down. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Flames send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position.
Yes, right.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. On the move at the 30. And that's a live ball. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders ever. It's a turnover.
And that's a great job by this defense, limiting the yards after catch. We know guys are going to get the football in their hands, and he gets the ball out quick, gets it to him. Nice job running to the football. When you chase the football, man, a lot of good things happen. That ball pops out, you recover it, a forced turnover.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Lewis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking for room. It's Lewis. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. From the gun, looking for a man. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteer. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I just love the offense managing the clock in that situation, David. There was absolutely no panic.
Damn, now I'm finally up. I'm down 13-0.
Scoring the touchdown, and now giving themselves an opportunity to take the lead here at halftime.
And the other side of that coin, Palmer, is the defense, man. Like, we got to keep them in bounds. We got to make sure we're not giving up big plays. They can throw it over the middle of the field. The clock's our friend, and they didn't execute good enough down the stretch of that drive to force a field goal.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We're just about ready to start the second half. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
I think Tennessee has the worst playbook. Has the worst playbook.
The Volunteers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He tried to get away, but the defense was able to track him down.
Man, this is exactly what you needed to see from this defense to start the second half. If you're down, you got to create some momentum. You got to get your offense a little bit excited. Nice job creating the sack. Perfect start to the second half.
He's looking deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Vols will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. damage done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun to give, looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Neyland Stadium, alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Makes the catch, it's Smith. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll leave it with him. And the deep play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what
Picked off, and boy, did this D need that. Looking for more room. And a big return here as they finally get him down inside the 20.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Another
I'm making OFT.
And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the ball.
Nowhere close on that one.
I'm about to just stick with fucking Robbins.
Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This whole place is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. That is no good. And guys, not only a miss, but a missed opportunity to take the lead. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Looking to throw. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Goes to the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him
He's loose. Smashes ahead. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking for a man. It's Vasco. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. A designed run for the quarterback. Touchdown Flames! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand.
Go ahead, move.
Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Under fire. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Listen, I love when my quarterback gets outside the pocket. I got an opportunity to make a huge play. But when it's not there, now I want him to make the simple play. Throw it away. Don't take the sack. Don't take the loss of yards.
Going over the top. Makes the grab on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
They'll send the back in motion. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws toward the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you've got to score, you've got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big-time mistake. This one might cost him.
Now on the option. Quick toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Flames will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. They'll start this drive from the 42. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's going up top here late in the game. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end
start to get that offense going and start having success, you've got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's Vasco. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll throw it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And that pick will seal the game as the clock strikes 0.
Put him in a playbook for me. Probably Peyton. That's Peyton. It's Peyton. It's definitely Peyton. I'm about to try to find it again. No, I ran other shit. Find out.